And now let's break down for the viewers of Times Now what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is arguing when it comes to the Liquorgate case. As per Abhishek Manu Singhvi, he has asked specifically after the ASG submissions that how is Arvind Kejriwal accountable and how is he responsible. So these are the submissions that are coming in that from Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's arguing for Arvind Kejriwal, and that exchange is going on currently. I'd like to go across to Bhavtosh. Bhavtosh, for viewers just joining us on this broadcast, take us through the specific submissions being made by Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi after the ASG went ahead and said that the ED has now found that Kejriwal is a key conspirator in the Liquorgate case.
But Senior Counsel Abhishek Manu Singhvi had raised 2 or 3 very important points. One, he has said that Arvind Kejriwal is India's first chief minister to be arrested in any case. Remember, a month back or around 2 months back, Hemant Soren became the first chief minister to be arrested, but he first resigned and then got arrested. So Arvind Kejriwal is the first chief minister to be arrested. He said that very wild allegations have been leveled by the Enforcement Directorate. They have said this man, that man, here, there, but there is no cohesive statement that has been given by the Enforcement Directorate. They said that they have reiterated whatever has been mentioned in the arrest memo. There is nothing new statement that has been issued, or there is no grounds on which he should be arrested. They have said that they have again reiterated what has been mentioned in the previous remand notes of other accused who have been arrested, or what has been mentioned in the prosecution complaint.
Yes.
Having said that, one of the points, Sagrika, that is of importance here is the closing remark of Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju, where he said that Aam Aadmi Party should be treated as a beneficiary company, and all those who are associated with this company should also be treated as an accused. That means that if Aam Aadmi Party is treated as a political entity, then those associated with them, the office bearers, should also be treated as an accused.
Absolutely.
This was the closing remark of S.V. Raju as he handed over the arguments.
So, Bhavtosh, this is the first time that the ED is now also specifically talking about the role of the Aam Aadmi Party on the whole. But please stay with us, Bhavtosh and Priyank. Bhavtosh, we'll come back to you to specifically talk about what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is saying when it comes to the approvers in the case and when it comes to the South Group. But before that, let's once again listen into what Arvind Kejriwal said while walking into the court.
अरविंद सर, कुछ कहना है, कुछ संदेश सर?
मेरा जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है और चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर देश के लिए काम करता हूं।
अरविंद सर, कुछ कहना है, कुछ संदेश सर?
मेरा जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है और चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर देश के लिए काम करता हूं।
So, Bhavtosh, as we bring our viewers the details of what's happening inside court, the latest update that we're getting as of now is what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is saying, that the evidence against Kejriwal is solely based on what the approvers in the case have said, and that cannot be relied upon. Can you take our viewers through what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is currently telling the court?
Yes, Sagrika, in fact, what he is saying is that he is quoting from the statement of the 3 approvers in this case. He has quoted Sharath Reddy. He said that he says no amount transferred to Arora. Next day, after he is arrested, he says time goes on, the man is suffering, and 5 months later that he agreed to pay 100 crores but didn't have the money, so says to K. Kavita, I will pay when liquor business starts. Later, he is granted bail. High Court records that, and ED has no opposition to his bail. What Singhvi is saying that on 11th May in Delhi High Court order, it is Raghav Mugunta's bail application. It is recorded that this man's wife attempted in fact, his wife attempted to commit suicide. His statement is recorded in July. Now on 10th of August, Mugunta also develops back pain, and ED does not object to his bail application. What in many ways Abhishek Manu Singhvi is trying to say is that people are being coerced to turn approver in this case. Once they turn approver in the case, they are then made to virtually make a statement that in a way implicates Arvind Kejriwal or those who are accused in this case. That's what he's trying to in fact project out, whether it's the Sharath Reddy statement or whether it's Raghav Mugunta's statement. Now, Raghav Mugunta was arrested primarily because he was in manufacturing of alcohol business, because he in fact was in manufacturing of alcohol business. He entered into retail business. He was first arrested, then he was made an approver in this case, and then was given pardon by the court.
All right, so let's quickly take an update from Priyank as well. Priyank, you're actually tracking all those developments that are coming in from court, but the ASG's observations today and submissions in court today become extremely significant. Not only did the ED today tell the court that Arvind Kejriwal is the kingpin of Liquorgate, they've also mentioned the role of the Aam Aadmi Party. And at this point of time, it is Abhishek Manu Singhvi who's pointing at a trend of sorts that's coming in when he's mentioning the role of the approvers, and after their statements, the fact that they develop back pain and the fact that ED doesn't oppose their bail. So what is Abhishek Manu Singhvi currently trying to tell the court?
See, Sagarika, as I told you earlier, that the defense counsel is primarily focusing on discrediting all those approvers who had given their statement in against Arvind Kejriwal, and what the defense is trying to prove it before the court, that soon after these approvers changed their statement, the ED did not oppose their bail, and suddenly they had some issues with were health-related issue, and the ED certainly accepted that. That is the basic line of argument which is being proposed by the defense counsel. But if you see, they have already got a setbacks in the last 2 to 3 days. Yesterday, they could not secure any kind of relief from the High Court, which led to the searches at the residence of Arvind Kejriwal, which finally ended up in the arresting of Arvind Kejriwal. Within 2 hours, he was taken out from his residence. The defense counsel also approached the court, Supreme Court today. Abhishek Manu Singhvi himself appeared before the CGI. CGI told him to go to the 2 judges bench, which was listening to the matter, which was listed in this particular issue. K. Kavita did not got relief. Suddenly, Abhishek Manu Singhvi said that we are trying to withdraw this petition because we will have to wait for the lower court's order in the remand side. Now, looking at the kind of statement which has already been given to the court, where the Enforcement Directorate has named Arvind Kejriwal as a key conspirator in this case, and the Enforcement Directorate knows it very well that 15 people have already been arrested so far, and the court has certainly accepted the pointers and the investigation strategy which has been given by the Enforcement Directorate. Even from the apex court, these accused could not get bail. So Enforcement Directorate was very much sure that the kind of argument which is being produced should be a very stringent one, and thereby they have named Arvind Kejriwal as a key conspirator in this case. Knowing the fact that since the ED and the ASJ has already called Arvind Kejriwal as a key conspirator of those accused who are still languishing in jail, now the defense strategy is to discredit those approvers on the basis of which the ED has gone ahead and arrested Arvind Kejriwal.
So quoting from the paragraph of a judgment, what does Abhishek Manu Singhvi say? Like you said, that there is an attempt now to discredit all those who've turned approvers in the case. So while quoting a paragraph from a judgment, Abhishek Manu Singhvi goes on to say that the approver is the most unworthy friend. Coming across to Bhavtosh, who's also tracking those updates live. Absolutely riveting arguments being made there in court. The entire nation is glued onto this onto this courtroom drama that's now playing out when it comes to Liquorgate. Bhavtosh, we also got an input from our reporters earlier today that Kejriwal seems pretty nervous as he's inside court. Some of our reporters have also told us, who are present there, that he was sweating profusely. He excused himself to relieve himself and went to the washroom at least twice. So when they're talking about his body language, saying that he is extremely nervous, what are you hearing?
Well, as far as the arguments of Mr. Singhvi is concerned, he has said that approver is a most unworthy friend, if at all, and having negotiated immunity, he must prove his credibility in the court. As far as Dinesh Arora is concerned, he first became approver in the CBI case. He was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, then he turned approver in the Enforcement Directorate case, and subsequently his becoming approver in the Enforcement Directorate case directly led to the arrest of Sanjay Singh. As far as Mr. Kejriwal is concerned, yes, he had in fact gone to the washroom twice, but what ED officials are saying is that they didn't find any kind of complaint of uneasiness when he was in the ED lockroom. His vitals were perfectly normal. But coming back to this riveting courtroom drama that is taking place, Mr. Singhvi has further said that he's amused that yesterday we were arguing in the Delhi High Court that it was submitted that he was called in the personal capacity, and now ED has completely taken a 360-degree turn.
Stay with us. Bhavtosh is getting us that latest input from the Rouse Avenue court where these arguments are going on, where Abhishek Manu Singhvi now pointing out that while arguing in the Delhi High Court, the ED said that Kejriwal was called in his personal capacity.